Hey guys, so this is some footage of my gameplay on Monday, which was 11/10/7, the 7th of April. Last week I saw the Minecraft movie, and it's almost like theater etiquette is dead nowadays, especially with the sheer amount of just carnage kids have been causing with other people's experiences. My experience was not that bad though, because the kids were just yelling, "Oh man," or when a creeper showed up, or when the chicken jockey arrived. I don't know how they knew when it would appear though, because it felt so on time. Maybe they saw multiple times. This gameplay, man, the sheeps are really annoying. Look at this collision. It's so annoying. But this session, I wanted to build things because last session I was mining a lot, and I actually want to use my blocks now. I also found a good bitrate to run my recordings on, so the gameplay looks much nicer now. I was using too high of a bitrate. Instead of making actual buildings, I ended up just making one pathway all the way to the mine that I built. I also want to avoid as many edits as possible whenever I make these, to keep it as transparent and authentic. The Minecraft movie, in my opinion, wasn't that bad. I know that's a really, I guess, controversial take to have on the internet. I watched Moist Critical's review before going into the movie, which did impact my experience a tiny bit. I'd be lying if I said it didn't. But Moist overall had a bad impression of the movie. He said, I believe he said he went alone. I went with some friends, and I wasn't expecting anything amazing right off the get-go. And I had a good time, despite, I guess, what critics would say, a movie with weak premise. I don't think people should be looking at the Minecraft movie with such film-tinted glasses, such, like, being so critical. Also, look how closely these chickens are following me. It's almost like they have leads. Like, this version of code, when you're holding food or leading them, well, also it's wheat. In the older Minecraft, it was wheat. All the animals ate wheat. I lost my train of thought a bit here. Yeah, the movie was enjoyable. I think Jack Black did a decent job. And by decent, I mean he did a good job. I liked his performance. I would agree that the premise could have been stronger, and I wish the story could have also been a little cooler instead of completely family friendly and silly. In a sense, I understand. I do understand the displeasure people have with the movie, because Minecraft, in its truest essence, or in its older versions like this one, the feeling that the game, what's that word? Like it glowed a feeling of just serenity. Maybe with a with a tinge of loneliness, and I understand that everyone's experience with Minecraft is different. However, this is what I believe the most truest form of Minecraft, or true to its origins, was. It wasn't a silly game. It was a game of creativity and solemn. What's a good word to use? I think solemn is just a good description. That chicken was really annoying me, so I just killed it. And that one too, because I decided I need food. Because my hunger bar is getting messed up. I did do a recording before this one, where I hopped into the world and dug out that small pathway right in front of the door. Because I wasn't happy with my, I guess, mental state. Right now I'm feeling pretty comfortable talking, and in a sense I do wait for the mood to strike when I decide to upload a vlog. The farm is coming along nicely, one seed at a time, to be honest, and tool durability is much bigger. It's large. It's greater. I say as it breaks in my hand. I was going with a traditional cobblestone pathway, just for old time's sake, because that's the block everyone would use for pathways. Just like in reality, right? That's what they did in medieval times, right? This video is, watching my gameplay is kind of mesmerizing, listening to the dirt blocks. The Minecraft movie was not that bad. And I'm going to stick with that opinion. I thought it was funny. Some obvious evidence behind that opinion is the sheer number of memes being produced. And people will say, oh, memes saved the movie. I think it's more than memes that saved the movie. There was also a story of a child that I saw where I don't know what diagnosis he had. It was really heartbreaking to hear about, but it was a terminal illness, and I think he only had a few years at most because he passed away recently. And one of his dreams was to see his favorite game made into a movie. That was Minecraft, the Minecraft movie. And the mother did everything she could. This was a while ago, before the Minecraft movie was never announced. And she just kept pushing people, the Hollywood, to make a movie about Minecraft. And I'm glad that it happened I'm glad that it happened, that the kid was able to see the movie before he sadly passed away. It's awesome too because Jack Black and I don't know the actor's name, various actors like Jason Momoa and the kid, I guess protagonist of one of the protagonists. There's multiple protagonists in the Minecraft movie, but the boy who made like the rocket jetpack. I'm sorry if that spoiled anything for any of you, but yeah, they watched the movie with him. That kid was one of the first few people to get to see that movie, and that's honestly a really heartwarming story to hear, and it's almost inspiring. And I understand that people like to villainize large companies, like, and people are justified to do that, like villainizing Hollywood or Google. But I don't think it should take away or detract from the positive interactions that they have with the world. Like, the lives that they impact should still be celebrated. Despite them being, I guess, an evil organization that preys on people's money or situations, a heartless company in a sense. There's not much to say about that, since scale makes doing anything very difficult. The bigger you get, the more susceptible you are to corruption and such. Big companies, especially because there's no independent driver, it's a conglomerate. It's an amalgamation of multiple people, and each with varying morality and such. The scale just changes or obfuscates people's views on morals. I really like the cave sounds. Very nostalgic. I did wish that I didn't watch those reviews. I maybe could have enjoyed myself a little more while I was watching the movie. Also, don't watch the ripped movie. And by ripped one, I mean the one that's like really highly saturated color, high saturated color. Yeah, the ripped one. Am I allowed to say that I've seen it? I guess it doesn't matter. I saw the ripped one, and I didn't get it. I was watching it on a stream through Discord. Therefore, who knows? I don't know how the law works around this. But anyways, I saw it, and script is cut from it, as well as scenes. I think you should wait for the movie to come out if you're planning on watching it. Also, I paid to watch the movie already. And talking about payments, geez, that theater was expensive. The snacks. I spent like $50 just to get one big tub of, or not tub, like the thingy, one big thingy of popcorn, and 3 iced teas. Also, they were huge. That's like a huge serve. As an American, that was still like huge to me. Holy cow. I was convinced that I couldn't finish it. But I finished it anyways. I think it's because the ices are aerated. It's not a solid drink. The ice cream has like air mixed in to make it foamy. When I was placing down the cobblestone, I wasn't able to put it on the top half of the block. Usually what I would do in my current worlds is I'd make my pathways with slabs in order to use less blocks, to use my blocks more efficiently. And I would use the upper half of the block to place it, so that way I could place stuff on top of it and not have it float on top of the slab. In this version of Minecraft, you can't place it on just the top half. It has to be the bottom half. So that was a little annoying when I was placing it there, because it deviated from what I usually do. I find myself mining a lot of trees and still not having enough wood, which means I should make a tree farm soon. I'd also have to be careful about making too many wooden structures and buildings because of lightning. don't know if lightning is here in this version. My house to the mine, I thought it'd be farther. It's great that they're really close to each other here. I don't know what to do with when the Minecraft audio has its own vanilla music in it, because there's a part of me that still wants to cut through it, but at the same time it's just too charming for me to cut through it. I feel like I'm like dishonoring the game or my experience by doing it that. There's a trick here to circumventing the holding right click thing when you're in a crafting table. You place the full stack and you right click it, you half it each time. That's my equivalence of holding right click or holding left click. This pathway is really coming along. I really like it. I'm sticking with the half. I'm sticking with the slab design or pathway above instead of just using a full block of cobblestone here. Just to really show that there is a path here. Have it pop out. I didn't want to cut down this tree here near the pathway because it's just too much effort. The entrance was a 2-block entrance. I'm gonna have to widen it to a 3-block one just so it looks nice for the pathway going into the pathway. I thought it'd be a good idea to integrate the big tree into my decoration, into my pathway decoration, by having a little circular pathway area with the tree in the middle here. It was kind of evening it out and got it to my liking. And I'm just going to shift the pathway a bit to the left because I'm not going to use the pathway like that. I'm obviously going to take the shortest route possible, the shortest path possible, which is going to be a diagonal towards the pathway. I was just kind of thinking of that. Because what often happens when I build a pathway is I'll make it and end up not using it. It'll be a purely decorational thing, but I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen again here by having this diagonal. I've thought of live streaming, but no bueno. That's not my style. It wouldn't let me either edit or voice over what I have going on already. Also, I grew up with YouTube content. It's always been the form of media that I've been more fond of because I grew up on it. Some iron, nice. Oh yeah, I thought I'd actually complete my pathway, in a sense, all the way to bedrock. I know that might be a little disturbing, the fact that I just skipped the furnace and crafting table stair part, but I'll go back and put stairs after thinking about it more, and the fact of how disgusting it is to leave it there, because you'll have to jump if you get there, climbing up the staircase. Another really nice thing about this version is the stairs can't go upside down. They can only change orientation on the x-axis. I mean, not the x-axis, my bad. On the z-axis. Like pretend there's a pole going straight down the middle. You can only rotate it left and right. That's what I'm saying. Almost at bedrock already. That was fast, huh? I really wanted to get this video out sooner for the relevancy of the Minecraft movie. But I just was not feeling it that day. I just couldn't. The recordings I made were just not satisfactory. To be fair, this one's like pretty mid as it is. But we go with it. We roll with the blows. This video also might be. Also, I got diamonds here. This was really nice to find. Diamonds. We love diamonds. Also, it has this older generation, where you have to discover the other diamond blocks. That 2-vein and diagonal is it's a real classic for sure. I don't have to worry about where I'm pointing my mouse when I'm placing the stairs, since they don't go upside down. So it's much faster to place them. Here we go. My second thoughts are kicking in here. I'll just move it to the side. No big deal. Here's some Endermans, a little spooky. Realize my my hunger bar is almost empty. So I'm just gonna bunker down in the mines till morning. Really going fast here. Don't want something like a creeper to walk up to me. Oh, and there's the creeper. Shifting into gear here to keep it from blowing up. And saved. Gonna try to kill it here. But it has weird pathing. I try going a little closer in order to hopefully get the pathing better for it to come closer so I can murder its face. Get my second hit, try to go for the third and miss. Unfortunate. Just going back and forth. Lucky kill. I want to get the door down. I think I'll just keep it like this with its imperfection since it's on a slab. Like, I'll let my wooden slabs float, basically, is what I'm saying. It also is reminiscent of old builds or bases in factions that I saw, where they'd have this inside of a mountain, this little thingy. I think I'll log off here. Yeah, I log off here. And that's it for this vlog. I'll see you guys later. Have a good weekend.